Hey everybody, it's Cindy over at Paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I am working on day 8, 108, 208 of Tina's, actually for her they're weeks. I'm doing a 100-day challenge and I'm going through Tina's 100-week mass makes in 100 days. I am on the 8th one. And because she repeats them every 100 days, she's done, I want to say she's done 8, 108, and 208. I usually, to prepare for the video, I admit I have not watched all of her mass make videos, but to prepare for the video, I usually watch the one in the middle. And then sometimes I go back and watch the other ones, but just for like decorating and ideas and stuff like that. She's basically repeating same projects. Anyway, having said all that, week 8 is paperclip pockets. Now, I have a pile of paperclips here, and we're going to make until I run out or whatever. I do have colored paper clips. See, like this one's black. I have these ones that are colored, but to my mind, and the only way I would use them is if they match the paper they're going on. Like I could probably use one of these on this one, assuming I could get it unhooked from its buddy here. There we go. I could probably use that on there. I would be okay with that. I just do not... On my little prototype guy here, I used this yellow one. And I made a little tag to go in the pocket out of the scrap of paper that I cut off. Anyway, okay. That's enough chitty-chatting about all that. So basically what you do, and you'll see that I have a lot of strips and offcuts. I also, this is some leftovers from some 6x6, a couple of 6x6 pads that I had, and this is all that's left of them. So maybe we will make some out of these. I don't know. But basically what you do is you take a piece of paper. I have been doing the thing with the folded over end. So I'm going to fold this end over. I do not fold over the bottom, although I suppose if you were making one small, like tall enough, and it wasn't going to lose you a lot of real estate, you could fold over the bottom. I don't see why not. And then you fold this to wherever, as depending on the length of your strip, you fold this to however wide you want the pocket. So I'm going to do like that. I can hear my kids. They're upstairs again, playing video games and whatnot and being loud. I came down here thinking they had finally settled in and were going to be quiet. I was mistaken. And all the skittering is them riling the dog up. So, yeah. Anyway. The other thing you might do is cut a piece of paper. I cut mine the same size as my thing, or at least close to the same size, so that it covers more than the paper clip. I do not like the idea of anything being in a pocket to catch. Now, if you cover the paper clip, I don't think anything will catch, but you guys know me. I've told you 1,000 times I'm like Miss Paranoia when it comes to stuff like that. So we're going to cut a piece to go inside the pocket to cover up the paper clip. Okay, so you need the piece for your pocket, and then you need a piece to cover up your paper clip. And I'm going to trim the bottom so that it's not right at the bottom of the paper. And then I have this piece of scrap here. I had another little piece here I was going to use, but I didn't need it. So, ooh, that's pretty with that. Might save that and make something out of it. Sorry. Okay. So then basically it's just a matter of putting your paper clip on. You have to decide whether you want the small side or the big side inside the pocket. I think maybe the big side outside the pocket. So like that, maybe. And then, of course, you can always, like, if you wanted to glue it with a little bit of space, then you could maybe tie something off the top or whatever like that. But since they're pockets, I don't want anything getting in my way. I probably won't do that. I'm going to now do my glue. I'm going to plug my glue gun in just in case. But for now, I'll just use my Fabri-Tac. Hopefully it's good enough. I do know that I tried, I do want to show you this. I tried using hot glue with, I don't know if you can see it there, the gapping that happened there. Can you see that? I don't know. It might not be wide enough for you to see it on there. Anyway, I put hot glue on there, and by the time I was done, it had partially cooled, so it didn't squish real flat. So that's always a danger with hot glue if you're gluing a large surface that you can't glue in pieces. I'm cleaning my... It's got some dry glue on the end of it. All right. So basically, I'm going to put glue all over our little piece of paper here. Mostly around the edges. I mean, I'm not overly concerned with the middle, other than I want a nice, generous portion of glue around the paperclip. So I come in here and go all over the paperclip. All right, and then we're going to put this down. And I come all the way up to the edge at the top, and then push it down in the paperclip. I thought this was an interesting take on a semi-hidden paperclip. Because, I mean, you can see it back there, so it's not totally hidden. Maybe if I get going with a making with my mess, I'll go on and find different things for... I'll go in and find a bunch of different videos from hidden paperclips. I feel like that's a good one. Because we usually collect paperclips and stuff, and it's a good way to use up scraps and all kinds of things. I might do that, like a whole series of using up paperclip videos. Okay, and then the last thing you do is once the paperclip is good and secure under its spot, we're just going to glue. Now I'm going to do this like I would if I was doing one of those envelopes, you know, where you glue on one edge and then on the other edge. So I'm going to glue on this edge. And I'm going to glue on this edge. And then, of course, across the bottom. Okay. And then you just close it up. And this poor rag. It's pulled so many knots off the top of that glue bottle that it's all stuck together. Oh. Okay. We just close it up. Of course, doing the fold, the initial fold that we did, allows you to have the whole pocket. So if I didn't do that, I would have a glue stream there. And of course, it would take up a little sliver of my pocket on that side. So doing that little fold to make the pocket gives you a full pocket. And I think I'll round it. This is a torn edge up here, so I think I'll ink it. I was also thinking about rounding these, but I don't know if that's going to open up the corners or not. So I'm going to hold off for right now, and then I'll... Only because I can see it a little bit. Okay, and there we have it. Like that. And then you would have a little pocket clipped on there. Okay. So let's see if we can't make a few more, shall we? I was thinking about making one out of this. Now, of course, you can make them all different sizes. So I'm going to make one out of this. I'm going to do the folded edge. It does help if you fold the edge straight. For some reason, that's my challenge. You know what? Start at the other end. I actually have gotten better acquainted with my... I'm just going to do 3/8 of an inch. Well, if I can keep the paper still. Okay, now, there we go. Nice and straight. Little folds like that, I never make straight ones. It never happens. I mean, it's just, I guess, the nature of the fold. I don't know. How about that? Looks like a good fold. Yeah. Go like that. And we'll cut it off. Just inside. All right, we're going to actually do 2 of these. So I'm going to cut it there. I'm also going to cut it here so that I have my piece for covering up my paper clip. So we'll cut that off. And we'll cut this off. Okay. And this will be my paper clip piece here. See, and these go together relatively quickly. These pink paper clips. Actually, I only have one left. I kind of wished I had a brown one. The pink is not the right pink. I don't like that. It's too in your face. I don't think I like it. I don't know, guys. I have little paper clips, but I mean, I suppose it wouldn't matter. I don't like that either. I have a ton of silver ones, though. Of course, I have to sit down and unlink them all. I got them from my sister. They were already like this. My guess is her kids did it. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. Okay. I don't think I have any big paper clips in there. I don't. It's not like I've run out, so we don't need to go hunting for them, but I'm going to use, so I'm just going to use a regular silver one on here. Assuming I can pick it up. Okay. So for this, this folds around to the back. Why is that? Oh my gosh, I think. Okay. Folds around to the back. Put that on there like that. And then we will glue our piece on like this. And I'll just trim any excess off the bottom. Okay. So if you haven't seen the previous ones of these 100-day challenge videos that I've put up, I will tell you I am filming them way ahead. I haven't decided how far ahead yet because I haven't decided. I'm on Tina's week 8, and for me it will be day 8, but I haven't started putting them up, and I haven't decided on a date to start putting them up. So yeah, I'm kind of I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, because I want to be I want to be ahead of myself. I have quite a bit of traveling coming up. I have, I mean, it's the holidays. So I want to make sure that I've got videos up I've made the comment in other versions. I want to make sure I have videos up so that on days when I can't film, it won't affect my schedule. It's basically what I'm worried about. Okay, so inside here, and along the bottom. I will say this, for me, when I was first seeing hidden paper clips, I'm one of those ones that I would see it and I was like, well, I like the hidden paper clips as long as you hide the whole paper clip. I didn't like the ones where you could see like that. I didn't like the ones where you could see the paper clip. I don't know why. I mean, it's still a decorated paper clip. But I've grown to like several of the styles where you can still see the paper clip on one side, or it's sticking out the top or bottom, or something like that. And I really like these. When I first watched her make them, I was like, well, I don't know. But I do. I like them. I think it's a neat way to have a little pocket, and the pocket can get moved in the book. You could use this pocket as a... Oh, I see what happened. I was like, wait a minute. Did I do that wrong? It seeped. And it closed itself off along that glue edge. I think we're good now. I don't know. I'll find out when I go to put something in it. So there's another one. Okay. I like these. Let me see. I've got this stuff from... Oh, I thought I had an extra scrap of the moth paper. Maybe not. I might use this as the inside scrap. Depending on how much of this gets turned into the pocket. I mean, these are going to be really little ones. I will say this, when you're doing one of these narrow folds, I think the secret to it is you either get it right the first time or it's not going to refold for you. It's just, there's going to be like a little ticket pocket. There's a piece here. All right, let's see. So for my money, I mark it where I want to cut it. And then I'm going to put this here. See how wide that's going to be to the fold. Okay. And we'll be able to get a scrap off of here. So I'll take this piece off. And then we'll cut it our line and we'll have our scrap. I call it a scrap. It's actually our useful piece for this. I suppose I could have just used this, but... All right, I'm collecting up scraps to go back in my scrap box. Stuff that I've like taken out and not used. Okay. For this, I'm going to use one of the black ones. Actually, this is a tiny pocket. This might be... Although, I don't know if I have any black ones here. I don't think I do. And it's gold, so I don't want to use a silver one. It's getting a big paper clip. I'll just put the small... Maybe I'll just put the small part to the outside this time. What do we think? Yeah? Okay. And then we're going to cover this in glue. I need to refill my glue bottle again, guys. Don't think I'm going to be using these. I don't think. Actually, I shouldn't. I started folding a couple of them. Like you'll see, I folded this one. I was practicing. We already made one out of that. I probably won't use that again. Oh, we're doing this. We're doing this step. I would ask questions, but since I don't know when you're going to see this video, I'm kind of leery of saying, you know, how are your holidays going? Or have you started Christmas shopping? Because for all I know, these videos won't go up until the beginning of the year. I have no idea when I'm going to put these up. I can tell you this. I'm filming it and it is the last week in October. So January is not necessarily out of the realm of possibility. But trying to not do January, I'm actually trying to do these so that if I get a bunch of them and I put them up, they can cover me when I'm traveling. Like these will be up and scheduled to go out. So that while I'm traveling, you guys can watch me do mass makes. And by traveling, I mean like going to see my family over the holidays, that kind of stuff. So, all right, now let's glue our pieces. Be careful with the glue this time because apparently I put too much on there and it oozed into the thing, and it basically got out here and it glued that piece to the back in the last one. See what I'm talking about? This little flap that we used to extend the pocket, it glued that to the back of the pocket because it oozed underneath. Oh, and there I go. Too much glue. Man, my glue has decided it's going to flow today. Normally it misbehaves. Okay. I need to not do that again. You know what I did? I made a lip. When I glued the piece to cover the paperclip and secure it in there, I created a little lip on that side. And it's made the paper uneven that I'm gluing down. Okay, let's see if it opens right. It does. Okay. So there we have another little... I like these. They're cute. I don't know how big I would make them. I don't know if I would make like full-size ones. Here's one that I already folded, so this would be nice and quick. Suppose I could use that to cover the paperclip. Might as well. It's out here. Okay. I'll just glue it down or I'll put it on here and cut the bottom. Cut this off down here. There's something on my cutting edge. It's not letting me cut. I'll just cut the rest of it. If it comes up slightly short, it won't hurt anything. It's too long that I don't want. Okay. So this weekend we did nothing exciting. I have nothing to report. I have watched a few movies. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything noteworthy. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm a I like mysteries. That's kind of my favorite. My kids are like, "Are you watching another cop show?" That's always their question. Because, I mean, chances are I probably am. But yeah, I like mysteries. So I like to read cozy mysteries. I don't know. I like mysteries. Some of my favorites I spend a lot of time on. I have streaming TV, and I spend a lot of time on Acorn and BritBox because, you know, you guys had the Queen of Mysteries herself, and yeah, a lot of British mysteries are awesome. I like, right now I'm rewatching on, let's see, what channel is it on? And it's old. You guys are probably going to chuckle, especially those of you who either A, also like British mysteries, or B, are British and know what I'm talking about. I, on BritBox, I am watching Inspector Morse. So, I've watched them before, and I've watched Inspector Lewis, and I've watched, I don't know who made it. PBS, or I don't know if it was originally made by BBC, but the Endeavour series that was made, that was supposed to be young Morse. I watched most of it because it was on Amazon, and then I got to like the last, I want to say I got to the latest season or the last season, because they stopped making them around season 9 or 10, I think. And they finished it up. And oh, I just realized I'm leaving a hole in the bottom of my pocket. Oh well. I don't think it'll hurt anything, but yeah. So there's another one. So I'm watching Inspector Morse. My thought was, after I watched Endeavour, I was like, oh, well, I watched him when he was young. So now I'm going to go watch him when he's older and see how much of the stuff they got right. And I will admit, the relationship, if you watch Inspector Morse or are a fan at all, the relationship between Morse and Chief Inspector Strange does not match up for me. Because I've seen several, what do you call them? I've seen several episodes of the Inspector Morse that came, the Inspector Morse, the original show that came first, where they talk to each other, and you get a hint at the fact that they haven't known each other as long as Endeavour indicates that they've known each other. Does that make sense? Because as far as Endeavour is concerned, they were on the force together when Morse was young. And I don't get that impression from the older version, but I might be missing it. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying I don't get it. But anyway, so when I finished watching the Endeavors that I could watch, because like I said, they were on Prime and Amazon Prime, and we have that, but a lot of times the newest version of something or a really old version, because they want to get rid of it and go and they want to carry something else or whatever. I don't know what the decision making for the streaming networks is, but the newest season was rent or buy. It wasn't included with my Prime subscription. And since I already pay for this subscription, I'm not renting the show. It will either eventually be free with Prime, or it won't. But they already get however much I'm paying in subscription, so it just comes with my Amazon Prime account, I guess. But it's something I've noticed. I feel like now that we don't buy DVDs and own them, so it's like a one-time cost, or Same with computer programs. We don't buy them anymore. You buy access to them online, and you have to pay an annual subscription. And can I just tell you, annually for some of the programs, it adds up, and it adds up to way more than you used to pay to own it. So yeah, technology companies have got themselves a racket going there. You're not allowed to own anything. We'll let you pay for the privilege of accessing it. So I feel like sometimes that's what the streaming channels do too. You can pay for the privilege to access it, and sometimes you might have to pay a little extra. At least that's what Amazon does. So you have to rent or buy some of their programming. So Endeavor was this is what I'm not gluing down. This little piece in here at the bottom is getting left open because I'm gluing across this and it gets glued on top. So when you're making these, if you do the fold over, just make sure you put a little bit of glue there, or you'll have just a little bitty hole in the bottom of your pocket. You know, if you don't care about the little bitty hole in the bottom of your pocket, then I don't suppose you have to put glue there. Okay. Oh, I did it up. I wasn't even paying attention. Look, guys. That's which way the pocket goes. You see what I did? Do you see what I did? I was not even paying attention to which end I glued or stuck the paper clip on or anything. I was too busy talking about British mysteries and not paying attention to my project. That's hysterical. Now I'm going to have to decorate over the bird. I don't hate the pocket, but now I'm going to have to decorate over the bird. Okay. Do we want to make a couple more, or, I mean, you can make plain ones. I've got this plain paper here that you could make some out of. These were I was going to use as paperclip covers. So maybe I'll just put these back here. We could use this. This was an 8x8 sheet, I think. Yeah. So if you were to fold this over like this, and then we'll get it. Hold on. Fold it over like that. And then what I cut off, I'll just use it to cover the paperclip, I guess. Okay, so we'll cut this off here, and that should be enough to cover it. So anybody else out there, a British mystery person? When I finished watching Endeavor, when I'm done with Inspector Morse, I'm going to jump right into rewatching Inspector Lewis. And, I mean, I've watched the George Gently mysteries. I've watched the Inspector Lindley mysteries. I've watched all the versions of Agatha Christie that I can find. I watch Inspector Poirot. Yeah, I mean, it's just a ton of great mysteries coming out of Britain. So, I don't know. If you're a mystery fan, like me, it's definitely a place to check it out. I wonder if black would be okay on here. I mean, it wouldn't be horrible. I actually like the black better than the silver, so I guess we'll do it this way. Go ahead, ask me what I'm doing. I have no idea. Those of you who have been with me for a while should know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Here in the States, one of my all-time favorite shows was, and they've started making it again, but some of my favorite characters didn't come back, so, and that was Criminal Minds. Anybody watch that one? I'm a Criminal Minds person. I love it. And since I have streaming, I watch it over again. I will rewatch an entire series of shows because I can't find anything good on TV that I like. I'm very picky. Ooh, I forgot to put extra glue on the paperclip. I hope that one holds okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure it will, but I forgot to put the extra glue on the... This is what happens when I talk and craft. You know how when I make the comment I've gone quiet on you guys? Because if I'm talking, I'm not concentrating well enough on what I'm doing, and then stuff gets messed up. Alright, so let's do... Let's do right here. I suppose I could just go all along here. And then here. And here. All right. I feel like once you start making them, they kind of go together quick. It's not... Uh-oh, I did it again. It seeped over. I don't know if you can see the... It seeped over and closed itself off again. Just making sure I keep the bottom closed. But yeah, so here in the States, Criminal Minds. I think Spencer Reid is probably one of my all-time favorite characters in crime shows. I mean, I adore him. He was the cutest little thing. And so I like, and I think they had a good cast. I didn't mind some of the changes when people left. I didn't like others of them. I won't mention any, any of my opinions on it, but, yeah, now the 6x6 paper, you could make a decent sized pocket out of this, I guess. Just fold the whole thing over. Ooh, that's tall. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like how tall and narrow that is. And how crooked it is. Because, I also watch the original NCIS. I used to watch NCIS LA, but they canceled it. I never really got into Hawaii or Sydney. And they've come out with a new series called NCIS Origins, which... you know what we're going to try? I'm going to try folding up the bottom. Okay, so we're going to make a fold here, like this. And then we're going to open it up. And I'm going to... How am I going to do this? I'm going to cut this out. I'm experimenting, guys. We're going to experiment with this one, and then I'm going to decorate, and then we're going to be done. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. I think across here, we'll take this whole flap off. Yeah? And then when we fold this up, oh. The idea being that when you fold this up, I need to take more of that off. I cut on the wrong side of the fold. It does the same thing as the side, right? So you do this and then you glue it down and you get all the way around, you get, so let's try it and see what happens. First, I will glue this to this. Oh, and I guess we better add our paperclip. Don't mind me. I'm just not paying attention again, remember? Alright. Let's get a strip of this. Like I said, it's some leftover paper from a 6x6 pad I had. So, it's too wide. Cut along here. So yeah, the NCIS's, I'm trying to think of other mystery shows that have gone by the wayside and I don't watch anymore because they're not around to be watched, I suppose. I'm thinking. You guys can probably smell smoke through the video. I'm trying to think of what other shows I mean, it's just been so. I used to like Law and Order: Criminal Intent. That's not the one that's still on. I wasn't a big fan of SVU. I know tons of people like it, and that's great. It wasn't. Not a fan. And then, Lordy. I think part of the problem, I did it again. I didn't put any glue on the paper clip. I mean, I'm not so sure it matters on these, but I'm telling you guys, this is what happens when I'm talking and not paying attention. All right. I used to have something I watched just about every night. It was Criminal Minds. There were a couple of NCISs. A couple of spin-offs from Criminal Minds have gone through the works, but didn't really last, and I watched all of those. I don't know. Maybe some of you could say something in the comments about, TV shows you watch or mystery shows you watch. I also like going back to, like, I don't necessarily know that it's British though, because I think it's filmed in Canada. But the Murdoch Mysteries, they're on Acorn. I like them. And I like, I was watching Brokenwood for a while. So yeah, I'm a mystery person. I like mysteries. I wanted to, this right here, and if I can find it, wait, what did I do with it? Uh-oh. Guys, I lost it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have these little pads. And I think that they make great, like, I'll have to tear it down the sides too. I like the way they decorate these. Or rather, I should say, I thought they might decorate these kind of nice. So I'm going to cut, see how well I do this. Oh no, that's not straight. Of course, I could have told you it wouldn't be, but... I don't know what it is about me and cutting straight lines, guys, but that is not a talent I possess. Anyway. There, now it fits. Okay, and I thought we would... maybe I shouldn't tear it. Maybe I should fix this. Alright, we're going to cut this a few inches tall. Because it ain't straight. So we're using the end as a straight edge because it's probably the only straight edge on the whole piece of paper. Cut it about there. Okay. And I'm always losing things in the little cluttered mess I've got here. Wow, I really lost it this time. There it is. I'm going to try and clip the corners. This paper is really thin, so sometimes the punches just kind of squish it. So far, so good. Okay. And then I'm gonna ink it. I should probably just use a glue stick for this. Only because, I mean, there's like nothing to this. Alright, so we'll get this one decorated, and then that'll be the end of week, well, her week 8, my day 8. I suppose I really should start getting in the habit of telling you guys what things you might want to, in case you want to craft along with me. What things you might want to bring to the party. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm going to get a flower, I think. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Look in here. That's too big. Is that too? That's too big. Darn it. I don't think I have a smaller version of that, unfortunately. That's not the right color. Neither is that. Wait, do I have 2 of those? I do have 2 of them. They are the same size. So that doesn't help. That's kind of cute. Maybe I should put it... Oh, shoot. It needs to be going the other way, and I don't think... These are Tina's, and I think they all go the same way. I need to flip them and print some more on my computer going the other way. Oh, that's funny. Like, hysterically funny. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Oh, it covers up the key. It's too big also. I suppose I could cut some of those leaves off. I don't need all those. What if I cut... You guys are like, pick a direction. I'm trying to decide where I can cut that will look normal and not look like I've got weird leaves sticking out of nowhere. I did that. Because that little leaf would be really hard to cut off. I suppose I could try and make it look shorter. Yeah, that's not so bad. What do we think? Oh, now I want to stick it on that side. Okay, we're going to make this leaf shorter. Just trimming this down so that it's where I want it. The tip of that leaf is seen through there, but maybe when I cut this, you won't notice it. I'm hoping. I kind of want to keep one big leaf at the bottom, but we'll have to see how it looks. Like that. Yeah, I like that. And maybe we'll add a little bit of lace. First, we're going to tear off the top. We're going to add a little bit of flat lace or bunched lace or something like something I can glue on top of. Put a little bit of glue right here. Stick some lace down in it. A little bit of glue right here. And stick some more lace down in it. I just want it to fold a little bit. Like that. Okay. What do we think? Then should it go over here with the... That paper will hang off if I do that. Now that I put the lace down, I think I like it better on that side. Okay, well. So we'll get this one all done up and we'll call it a day, guys. I hope you guys like these little paperclip pockets. As always, I will link Tina's playlist in my description box. I normally do not go and grab, because there's 3 versions of the video. So I don't go and grab the video. But I do link the playlist so that you can go find whichever version of the video you want to refer to. And there you go. And then you can make some of these cute little pockets to go on your, to clip into your journals. And I think that turned out really cute. So I am finished with day 8, and we will be moving on tomorrow to day 9. So I hope you'll come back and see me, and I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.